MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
Well, the news of recent closures of mills across Montana is having a ripple effect, according to the owner of Sun Mountain Lumber here in Deer Lodge. Coming right up, we'll talk to him about his take on the issue.
What happens when search and rescue is out on one call and gets another at the same time? I'm Cassidy Powers, here to tell you how they went about that very incident Tuesday night.
Biden and Netanyahu gear up for their first call since 7 aid workers were killed in an Israeli airstrike. I'm Jared Hill with the mounting backlash against both leaders.
Good morning, Southwest Montana. 6 o'clock on this rainy Thursday morning. I will say the rain is nice. It's relaxing.
Yeah.
It was nice to smell this morning when I left for work, so it was a nice surprise.
It's refreshing,
Exactly.
you know. Let's look at the positives where we can. And the positive is, knock on wood, it shouldn't last all day long.
Good.
So Butte mainly in the morning, maybe a little in the afternoon. Bozeman, maybe later at night when everyone goes to bed. At least
Perfect.
I know I'll be in bed when it starts to rain. So that's good news for me. Let's put this all into the future cast. This is where we're standing right now. As you can see, there are some places really getting some snow out there. Now this is going to be moving more towards our neck of the woods at about 7:45 this morning. And if you look at the system, I mean, it just stretches from Idaho into Montana all the way up to Canada. So it's a big one. We're tracking it. But eventually, mainly near that noon hour, it is going to be moving its way north and west up towards Missoula and Lincoln, leaving us with some fairly clear skies at around 8 o'clock tonight. But breaking it down hour by hour for the Bozeman area. As you can see, we are working our way up towards 64. A little bit of a chance of some rain more towards the 9-10 o'clock hour. So just be on the lookout if you're spending any time outside during those late night times. And over in Butte, again, early morning and possibly into the mid-afternoon showers for you. We're going to take a peek at your weekend in just a few minutes.
Alrighty, thank you, Jane. Looking forward to it. Well, after many delays, the Headwaters rest area near Three Forks is set to open up tomorrow morning. The Montana Department of Transportation says that the area will feature new safety enhancements, including a law enforcement office, which will be used by Broadwater County, the Montana Highway Patrol, and MDT services. The rest area is just north of I-90 on the west side of U.S. Highway 287. MDT says that the gates will open up tomorrow morning at 9. And things are starting to get back to normal at the Butte Emergency Food Bank after a water pipe broke back in January. The front office of the food bank on East 2nd Street suffered heavy water damage after sub-zero temperatures caused a pipe to burst back in. Walls and floors were all damaged from the water spilling from the broken pipe, and it forced staff to move the front office operations into the warehouse while the damage was repaired over the last couple of months.
We were out of our comfort zone. It was hectic, but we made it happen. With all the volunteers helped, and we all just got through it all. Each day was a new challenge, but we made it.
Unfortunately, there was no damage to the warehouse where the food is stored, so the food bank was still able to serve the community during the repairs. Well, what happens when search and rescue is out on one call but then has to respond to another call at the same time? Our Cassidy Powers tells us how Gallatin County Search and Rescue dealt with that just on Tuesday night.
I'm here at the College M Trail where last night search and rescue had to save a man via helicopter after he got lost just below Baldy Peak. But what happens when search and rescue gets another call at the same time?
So we were doing a public safety academy last night, and search and rescue was doing it at the SAR building when these calls came out.
Matt Boxmeyer is the search and rescue commander. He tells me around 6 p.m. Tuesday night, the first call came in. An elderly woman with dementia had gone for a walk and not returned home. Gallatin County Sheriff's Search and Rescue, or SAR, began an urban search.
We paged out the volunteers and we got a drone team, our Valley search and rescue team, and then the dog team.
As the search and rescue units were working hard on one mission, they got a call for another rescue around 8 p.m. A hiker had gotten lost just below Baldy Peak in the Bridger Mountains.
They'd gone down a separate ridge and kind of got into a lot of snow. They weren't prepared for the conditions. They were wearing shorts.
Search and rescue was able to locate the man quickly, but took about 6 hours to remove him from the mountain. Due to hypothermia risk, the decision was made to transport the patient via helicopter, which flew down from Kalispell. Fortunately, both people were located and brought home safely. But how did search and rescue manage both missions at the same time?
And our search and rescue building, our comms team, we have two of everything, and so they're able to pull the maps up and start the second search.
Boxmeyer tells me search and rescue has enough volunteers and teams to pursue at least 4 rescues at a time, although it is rare to see even 2 occur at once.
There's multiple times we get more than 1 in a day, but we haven't, in a while, I don't think we've had 2 happening at the exact same time.
It's been over a year since the last dual search and rescue has occurred in the Gallatin Valley. Boxmeyer says he hopes it'll remain an infrequent occurrence.
No, just make sure you know, if you're going into the backcountry, be prepared. Obviously take clothing. Yesterday was warm and we're starting to see warm days. And as we start seeing warm days, people are more likely to leave the jacket in the car.
In Bozeman, Cassidy Powers, MTN News.
Soon, President Biden and the leader of Israel will speak for the first time since Monday's deadly airstrike on aid workers with the World Central Kitchen in Gaza. 7 people were killed, including a U.S.-Canadian dual citizen. The strike, in which Israeli officials say was, quote, a grave mistake, has drawn outrage here in the U.S. and around the world, with the Biden administration also facing renewed pressure over its unwavering support of Israel. The organizer's founder, Jose Andres, is also speaking out, saying that his team coordinates its movements with the Israel military and believes that the aid workers were systematically targeted. CBS's Jared Hill has the latest from New York.
Today, President Biden is set to speak with Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu by phone, their first conversation since Monday's strike by Israeli forces, which killed 7 humanitarian workers with World Central Kitchen, the food charity founded by celebrity chef Jose Andres.
Accountable for the World Central Kitchen strike, Mr. President.
Yesterday, President Biden ignored questions from reporters on the strike, though earlier this week he said he was outraged and heartbroken. The Biden administration says it's awaiting the results of Israel's investigation of the incident, which Netanyahu has called unintentional.
This incident was a grave mistake.
This was not just a bad luck situation where, we dropped the bomb in the wrong place.
Chef Andres told Reuters he believes his workers were targeted.
IDF knew of our movements, the route was clear, the communication was clear.
Netanyahu has faced criticism and backlash at home and abroad due to his overall handling of the conflict. Israeli War Cabinet member Benny Gantz, a political rival of Netanyahu's, is calling for new elections in September.
I believe that the Israeli society needs to renew its contract with its leadership.
The bodies of the slain World Kitchen aid workers have been transported out of Gaza, and the organization has suspended operations there. The United Nations is also halting the nighttime movements of its aid workers for 48 hours to consider security issues. It's all in the aftermath of Monday's strike. Jared Hill, CBS News.
Chef Andres told Reuters that he doesn't know when the World Central Kitchen will resume its operations in Gaza. The United Nations says that nearly 200 aid workers have been killed in Gaza and the West Bank since the latest war between Israel and Hamas started back in October. And back a little closer to home, Montana County Commissioners are urging state lawmakers to override a veto from Governor Greg Gianforte. Senate Bill 442 passed the Montana legislature almost unanimously, and it would have allowed a portion of marijuana tax money to fund local infrastructure projects, but it was vetoed by the governor over concerns that it would create, quote, a slippery slope. Our MTN's David J. is taking a closer look at that debate.
County commissioners wait for legislators to vote on an override of a bill that would have given marijuana tax revenue to the counties. The Montana Association of Counties would like to see that as law because it would help bring money to fix and maintain county roads. Recreation and access to public land can lead to heavy use on county roads.
You see some of those roads, and they are absolutely torn up. The folks that actually live out there and work out there struggle to get by.
Ross Butcher is the president of the Montana Association of Counties and a Fergus County commissioner. He says Senate Bill 442 would have allocated about 25% of the marijuana tax revenues to counties to help maintain these roads, or it would have until the bill was vetoed by Governor Gianforte. Because of the timing, the legislature did not have a chance to vote on the veto override until a state Supreme Court ordered the Secretary of State to put the veto out for a vote.
The counties, on behalf of the legislature, stood up and said, whoa, the administration has to allow the legislators to legislate. That's what this is about.
In response to a request for comment from Governor Gianforte, his office sent a copy of the letter he sent to the Secretary of State with his veto letter. He states, the bill glaringly omits an appropriation failing to fund itself. He goes on to write, the bill is unprecedented in that it authorizes ongoing state resources from the general fund to maintain county roads. Yellowstone County Commissioner John Ostlund signed the Montana Association of Counties letter, which supports an override of the veto, but another Yellowstone County commissioner would rather not see the bill become law.
Yellowstone County, it's about $8.6 million that is being raised on taxes. We get a portion of that back as a regular tax, but then they're starting to allocate a lot of this out to smaller counties.
Yellowstone County Commissioner Don Jones also says some counties do not collect marijuana tax revenue, but still would receive some of that through the bill.
The sales have actually, in my opinion, have created some more issues that we need to resolve and take care of.
And there is not a consensus if the legislature should be able to vote on an override.
Pay attention to how your legislator votes. And if you know them, get a hold of them.
I'll let the courts decide whether that should happen.
In Billings, David J., MTN News.
Have you ever wondered what sawmills do with all the dust? Our Megan Thompson went to Deer Lodge where she learned that getting rid of that powdery substance is now becoming a bigger problem.
Well, the recent news of closures of some lumber mills in Montana has not been good news for Montana's wood forest products industry. And the owner of Sun Mountain Lumber here in Deer Lodge says that it's having an impact on his business.
It's really put a hurt on all the mills in Montana. This one and the one we have in Livingston both.
Sherm Anderson says his mill has been shipping sawdust and wood shavings byproducts to Roseburg Forest Products in Missoula, where they make particle board out of the excess materials. But that mill is set to close next month.
We take out of here as many as 20 truckloads a day.
Sherm says a short-term solution has been met with a mill in Columbia Falls.
For us here and Livingston, that's a big deal, because we had no other place outside of transporting them over to the coast or somewhere like that. It's not feasible.
Despite the issue of finding a long-term solution for the byproducts that, if left to pile up, could dwarf some of the buildings on his facility, his plant is actually doing well.
Our product that we produce here is sought after pretty hard because it's slow-growing timber, so it's very tight-grained, it's very strong, very straight.
And he says he's not worried about the fate of his mills.
I think we're okay because of the location we have, and we've kept our plant up.
The state-of-the-art equipment at Sun Mountain Lumber allows the mill to compete with others in Oregon and Washington. In Deer Lodge, Megan Thompson, MTN News.
All right, as promised, right before we got into the 6 o'clock hour, I wanted to show you this panda video, which I will say pandas are like one of my favorite animals. But check this out. This is Pho Bao. She was the first giant panda that was born in South Korea. So she was born in February.
Look how teeny tiny
so she is small, but she is heading to a new home. She is heading back to China. She went back actually yesterday. So she's going back to China as part of China's panda diplomacy program. But a lot of people actually turned out to say bye. Thousands of people went to the South Korea zoo and got to the chance to say bye. But look how adorable. That's me trying to leave the house.
That's me getting out of bed. Oh my goodness.
Yeah, that's me trying to leave the house in case anyone was wondering. Okay. But how adorable.
You are there is just something about panda bears. They're just so goofy.
I think
they're huge.
Especially when they eat bamboo, it's probably the funniest thing ever.
They're still bears. They can still do some damage, but they're just so funny. I don't know.
Something about like bears, why are like cubs so adorable? Polar bears, panda
silly.
bears.
That's how they lure you in. You gotta be careful.
Black bears also are kind of adorable. I saw a black bear in Glacier too, like when I went, and it was just so cute. But I'm like, stay away.
You're like, all right, and admire from a distance.
But yeah, always admire on video like we are now, so that's the best way. All right, time for us to take a quick break. Jane will have your full forecast coming up, and Governor Greg Gianforte is sending help to Texas as Texas and the federal government had an ongoing fight over immigration laws. We'll tell you what Governor Gianforte is doing coming up after the break.